this special reading today. We've just had a new moon eclipse in Scorpio, and we're moving up on November the 8th to a full moon, total lunar eclipse in Taurus, right on Election Day in the United States. So we're going to talk a little bit about the eclipse, okay, and the energy around us right now, how we've been focusing on different things. And I also was given, now I did a video and I had to delete it, so I have opened this out of its bag. And I was given this particular key. Let me show you, hang on. Okay, so I was given this particular key, has a lion on it, okay, as you can see. And so I was getting a bit of a read on it just earlier. Now I had to delete my video, okay. I just had to delete it. And I was talking about this key. So I don't know anything about this key other than my friend saw the lion on it and thought it would be nice for me. I got it out of the packet, and I can tell you right now that this key has come from a storage, a lock on a storage unit. I feel like it doesn't come from, like it wasn't in its place of manufacture. I feel like it was from a cold place. And I also feel that the person that had their things in the storage container was not very well at all. And I actually feel that this particular key and a bunch of other keys belong to a male, a man who, let's just put it this way, did quite a lot of unsavory things. And I don't want to go too much into it. I'm actually going to channel out and write some more information up about it and then talk about it later, because it would just take me too long to sit there tuning in and trying to tell you about it. But psychometry, reading people's rings and keys and things like that, was for me a very easy practice in the early days of my readings and all the things that I used to do, because I used to do a lot of work with people in person. And, you know, I would go to these different shows. I've done, you know, psychic fairs and things like that over the years. And I've been involved in having my own, you know, little stall, and also putting out advertisements in the paper and doing people's readings and things. And one of the things that I'm really great at is psychometry, chiromancy, or, you know, reading someone's hands, reading cards, cartomancy, Lenormand, like divination in the old-fashioned way, of course, and just reading paper. Actually, I can just tell you stuff. Anyway, palmistry and all that sort of stuff was obviously some things that people used to get into quite a bit. I guess they still do, and that is how a lot of visions, like, as you would say, psychic visions, would come through, to the point that people used to get quite upset with me because they thought that I was talking to someone that they knew, and that I must have somehow known that information because nobody but them knew about it. Things like that would happen in readings a fair bit, and I decided to go more into the healing side of things and bring out cards and things for my work, of course. Obviously, people want to buy readings and stuff, but doing it in a different way. So I will tell you more about that key. I'm really upset that I had to delete the last video because I'd already been talking nearly an hour. Did you all hear that? Okay. I don't know if you did. Anyway, let's get started. We've got some readings to do today. Okay, so now that we've had this new moon eclipse, we need to look at the timing of things. What comes in now? We have the Gemini energy. We have, see, lunar eclipse, right? Change. There it is. Right in our face. Oops. Uranus, genius. Sudden things happening with Uranus as well. We have the Neptune energy also. We have blessings coming out. We have Libra, balance. Virgo, analyzing things. Capricorn. Life's debts. So the South Node coming up. Okay. What else do we need to hear here? Escape. Okay. And we have this creativity energy underneath. Stability. So the escape is a dream is coming true for you. A dream is coming true for the world. Everything's about to change. I can't be more blunt than that. The things that you're going to find out, the things that you're going to see, is not a conspiracy theory of, oh, well, you know, God, people have been talking about. Yeah, and it's all actually real, right? The things that we've heard about Hollywood, the things that we've heard about the elites, the things that we've heard about certain agencies, the things that we've heard about governments, the things that we've heard about different types of practices are all correct, okay? There's corruption everywhere. You got money, you pay somebody off. That's how things work. And then the people don't get told the truth. Well, that, my friends, is about to change in such a way that the world is going to be absolutely shocked. And people who had their head in the sand are going to be ripped to the core at what's really been taking place. This is not allowed to continue. Okay? Our vibration has been high enough for a long time now. We have gone through the awakening and the awakening and the awakening. We are sick and tired of trying to wake people up. It's not about that anymore. It's about living the life and seeing and leading by example, right? We have to look at our South Node for our past, okay? Our past history, life's debts. The world's debt, okay? We are owed as humans. We are owed a brand new beginning. We are owed an explanation, and we are owed compensation for the treachery and the lies. Finally, after me trying to also tell you for the last year or so to hang in there, and if someone wants to fire you at your workplace because you won't get a jib jab, then let them fire you, okay? And I told you to do this because then later, as I said in 2021, I said later then you'll be compensated. And if you didn't know it already, in New York, in the United States, just yesterday it was announced that those of you who were fired from the workplace for not taking the shot, okay, are going to get your job back, plus you're going to be back paid. Wow. And we're wondering where this abundance was coming from in our readings. Kept on seeing all this abundance coming in for people. And people are like, well, you know, with the petrol and the food and the price of everything going through the roof, I don't see how abundance is coming in. And here it is, the beginning of many different types of compensations for the people. Because the people that you've relied on, to tell you the truth, have been full of shit. Not only that, but have been purposely doing it to take us out. Less people, more money for them. You see? People don't want to believe that. Like, that's not the bottom line. There's so much more to it than that. But that has ended. That reign of terror is over, which means that we start to see these little overturning things. We start to see, remember how we were talking about the overturning? We're going to see the overturning of events, one thing after another after another. This thing happens, then this is going to take place. Then this person passes away, then this takes place. And then this is getting revealed, and then this is getting revealed. And this is what's coming out in our cards. We're analyzing things. We've made the sacrifice. The change comes. by the time, you know, the 8th of November comes, okay, there's a change that's going to occur. Take it however you want. But we deserve the blessings that are coming in, and we deserve to bring ourselves into balance and have a sense of hope for the future to come back into our lives. You know, I've always had this anyway. Like, I don't need someone else to show me that there's going to be change. I don't need aliens to come down and say, hey, we're going to save you, because I know that we have to save ourselves. And once you start doing that, then you start seeing it happening everywhere. We can't rely on anybody. There is no big old, you know, saving us through anything outside of ourselves. And till the 31st of October, well, 1st of November, I guess you could say, there's 25% off everything at the Rock store, rockandgems.com, BDevineonline.com, 25% off my tarot course, which is you're gonna be able to get started. You can join the Telegram group. You can practice with each other and connect with each other. You will be involved in 3 Zoom calls. If you sign up before then, before the 31st of October, you'll be involved in these informational calls. You'll be able to talk to me personally and, you know, have a group connection with the others who are doing the course too, and ask questions, etc. I'm offering as much as I can to help humanity, and I always will. Okay, let's see what else is coming. Joy. Okay. We want to see joy, don't we? Aren't we sick of it all? The cow with the nourishment, abundance, asking, receiving. See? The other thing is that if you all are aware, I don't know if you're hanging around much or whatever, but on Sunday, which is the 30th of October, there's a Halloween special. I don't know for sure if we're going to actually be able to do it, because the only reason I'm able to do this reading today is because everybody is asleep upstairs. But we have had Pilot, our husky male, one of them, neutered a couple of weeks ago, so he's fine. But then on Tuesday, we got BB, the female husky, the mum of all the puppies. We got her spayed. It was a larger incision than the vet would have liked to have done because of the way in which her ovaries were situated. And also, she's not been doing very well in the sense that she's needing to be sedated, and the sedations aren't working very well with her. So she's moving around more than she should be. The puppies don't understand what's going on, so they're jumping all over her. We have separated them as much as we can, but it is a full-time undertaking with this that we weren't expecting to be this heavy for the next 2 weeks. So, you know, just because we're having to keep everything under control and she needs to be led outside to go to the bathroom, etc. She needs to be asleep most of the day and night, which she's not been. So if we can't do this on Halloween, I can't, you know, I'm going to be obviously annoyed because I love doing the Halloween stuff. But if we can't, we just can't. Okay. So I just wanted you all to know that. So if you suddenly see that it's not available anymore, it's only because it's impossible. Okay. So here comes the abundance. Communication. How are you communicating? You know, my husband and I have really learned that if we hold things within, you know, and we don't say anything, all of a sudden one of us is really annoyed and nobody else knows why. And then, you know, there's ranting and raving. And I'm a Leo, so I'm a fire sign. So I will get really, really hot and fired up, right? And it won't be about anything other than circumstances, situations, and frustrations that I should speak of, you know. And so we've decided, like, look, if you're having a bad day, you're just having a bad day. There's no conspiracy. There's no being angry at anyone in particular, just this situation for what it is or whatever, let it out. And so the more we let it out, the less it happens. You see what I'm saying? Communication is key also with what you're saying to the universe, what you're declaring to the universe. If you're always saying, oh, thank you so much for the abundance that's coming in, even though I don't know how, then you've just shut it off. You know, you just have to be thankful for the abundance coming in, and that's the end of the conversation. And you don't need to know how. That's why they're called miracles. Things are going to happen to you. Things are going to change, I'm telling you. Okay. All right, what else do we need to know? These are the Wisdom of Avalon cards. So this is about pride and leadership, and each one of you really need to step up. Okay, because I know that you're thinking that the world is going to remain how it is. We're just going to get rid of the uglies. But that's not exactly going to be the case. The world is going to change dramatically before we start to see things becoming a lot more peaceful. And in that time, you're going to have to be able to monitor yourself, your vibration, your energies, your soul path, and you're going to have to lead with light. The reason for the Light Leaders Academy is to teach you how to do just that, and not only heal yourself, but heal others. Begin your own working for yourself, because you are going to be needed, you are going to be called upon when all of the corruption of the elites and beyond your imagination come down, okay, which is already taking place, but more in the limelight where the media starts to show it because they've got no choice. Oh my gosh. If you're not ready for that, you want to get ready for it, okay? And it's coming out no matter what, because this is part of freeing the human race, right? We go on our journey again. We go into the energy of the fool or the novice. You know, the beginning of, even though we don't know exactly what we're doing in these leadership roles and how it's all going to pan out, we're willing to do it anyway, okay? And we do have help, okay? Every time I see the dog, I know we've got loyal friends working on helping us. The wind theory, thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. What are you thinking? What are you putting out? What are you projecting? Again, communication. And finally, can you see this card, everybody? Finally comes the wealth. Okay, I know it's exhausting. Hello. I've been doing this whole time for humanity, right? And giving you all these deals and half price and this, that, and the other, because I want you all to get it and move on. There is nothing in my being that wants a person to continually come back to me for more and more and more and more help and support, because that just shows me that I'm not the right person for them. It's just not right. So they have to move on. I have taught my light leaders that you bring the person in, you do the work with them, they understand what you're doing with them, and off they go and live their life and learn how to do it, right? That's the idea. That's the responsibility of a good spiritual teacher, is to teach you how to help yourself and then to move you on to help others. Not to keep on coming back for more and more and more and more and more. I will give you plenty of free readings for you to come back every day and go, okay, let's see the message for the day, right? But to train you, you're not going to believe how your life is going to change. The wealth that will come in, the information that will flow through you, the healing that will happen not only to you, but to your family members as well. You're not going to believe it. Everyone that has done the course with me is like, I cannot believe how thorough and extensive this work is, and how I can feel confident in now sharing it with others. This is not about readings, that's separate. You want to do my readings with me? Tarot course coming up here. The best tarot course you're ever going to do. I know that for a fact because I've done them. Okay. We are in for complete change. I believe the beginning of it will be, yeah, let's just say November. Okay. All right, we're going to do some tarot. All right, I'm going to use the crow. This is just called the Crow Tarot. I really like it. Of course, I have a crow guide. Okay, most people have at least one bird as their guide. But I'm structuring this reading around this eclipse season. So this reading is going to be between now, let's just say until the, because we're doing it for the eclipse season, let's just do between now and the 8th. Okay, what does everybody need to know? Okay. Okay. This is what we need to know. Okay. Yeah, so this makes sense to me. Okay. All right. All right, so the first two that are going together here are the Justice and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we take a look at the feather, the crow in this energy here. Wings outstretched, and the same here. The red is here. Okay, the Justice, the scales of balance are perfectly in alignment. So we will definitely see fairness in action. We will definitely see a lot of people and their truth finally being told and exposed. And this is a brand new beginning for how we are able to communicate in our life. It's about communication on the whole. It's about messages also that may come through for us. Just a second. Messages that may come through, right? And situations that may change because of this taking place. I also feel so the energy also comes in with Libra here, and this continued to come up about, you know, how we are seeing things. I feel also that the vibration that I'm kind of getting from each of these cards today is, it's almost like we need to expect the unexpected. Now, I'll do some Lenormand cards right at the end, but we really do need to expect the unexpected. That there's also a sensation here of, there's the 9s, 11. So we've got also a sensation that we're not exactly seeing everything clearly as we think that we are. We have, even though we've had this stress and strain, I feel like there's an opening here which has allowed happiness and it's allowed abundance to come through in your own way, but you still don't see the fullness of transformation. You're still not seeing what you've actually achieved here. There's the husky sitting on the front. That's so cute. Contemplating, meditating. Remember, there's this energy of the sun and solar activity that is things that you are downloading in that energy. Things that you are drawing within in that energy. And that leaves you changed, afterwards, right? When you go through a transformation, it's normally not felt or completely seen the benefits of it until a week or two later. But at the time of the transformation, it feels like it's very difficult, right? It feels like a very difficult type of energy, right? And what we've been seeing is that there has been justice delayed, that there's been a false sense of security that's been laid out, that people have been falsely against brothers because of a belief system that is not conjured by the people but conjured by leaders to directly create a semblance of division. And many people who felt they'd been ripped off, or their rights had been ripped off, or they weren't heard, or they weren't really, or they were feeling threatened in one way or another, were using their fear to drive them forward. And this fear being driven forward didn't end up being very good for the person, and didn't end up being very good for anybody, to be honest. And what we are finding, or we are going to find, is that as things are coming to the surface, more and more and more, as justice and court action and legalities are finally being done fairly for the people, not just being done to suit an agenda, but done for the actual people, not for other countries, not for anyone other than the people, the place that you live. If your government is not looking after who you are and where you live, and making it harder for you as a person, they don't care about you. Now, they may pretend to care about you by caring about what you believe in, or appearing to care about what you believe in, but not fixing the real problems that face you and I and everyone else, no matter what we believe in. There are real issues that we are facing as a people that is not being addressed because people are wasting too much time with all of these little things that weren't even a problem to begin with, unless you had a problem within yourself about them. And that's just a problem you have within yourself. And under that disguise of helping the people, even Ronald Reagan said, when the government tells you they're here to help, you better run. What does that tell you? He was a president, for God's sake. And printing money is the direct cause of inflation. It's always been how it is. And there's only one person printing money here in this country anyway. I know it's happening elsewhere as well. And that being ignored, and the security of the people being ignored, and the allowing of all kinds of nonsense to occur, being ignored, and little points being brought up to fight over is not good leadership in any way, stretch of the imagination. A good leader will keep his people together, even though they don't always agree. They agree on the love of the country that they were born in or a citizen of. They agree to love it, to honor it, and to make it better than what their fathers left it. Seriously, right? That should be important to us all. And the justice system, the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, the big wigs, the big techs, the bureaucrats, people who own newspapers and big media organizations have not had any justice done to them so far. We have. We've been served enough. We've struggled enough, don't you think? We've put up with enough, don't you think? And I just get this feeling that many people don't really understand the depth of the dangerous situation that we have been in, and how it's been perpetrated to us or told to us, or else the things that, you know, the world has had to deal with over the last nearly 3 years, to be honest. When I started doing some readings for everyone for 2020, I knew it was the best and the worst of times, but I actually believed it was the best time because this was the start of the unraveling of thousands and thousands of years of slavery for the people, of half-truths, of hierarchies, of pharmaceuticals and the way that medicine is done, and, you know, the way that this has been run has been to keep you coming back, right? To keep you spending money, to keep you unwell, because there's no money in everybody being well. Not for these big companies anyway. They'll go broke. If everybody was doing what I'm teaching you to do, there'll be no need for any of us to go to doctors or hospitals anymore. We just go to our wellness center, have a healing adjustment, and off we go. Right? They don't want that. Why do you think certain people have been shut down or kept quiet? The only reason that I have kept being able to go and keep going is because I don't stop. Many people do, right? I don't stop. I actually press on harder when someone tells me I can't. So, you will never see me quit what I am doing. But there may be a time where you won't see me for a while. And there will be no explanation for that either. Okay? The energy here is of, what I'm sort of getting from this reading is that we must maintain our happiness, proud of ourselves, lifted, strength, vibration, say what we need to say, see that justice is going to be done, even if we don't see it with our own two eyes. There are situations that happen behind the scenes, and those situations are enormous, and then we'll start to see them later on that, oh wow, when we were told this was really going on. Oh, when we were told the Queen died, she actually died earlier. And we were just told about it then. You know, stuff like that. Oh, now New York is going to actually pay the people that they fired to come back, and hey, we'll compensate you as well. No one ever saw that coming. And it's that kind of feeling that's going on through the reading of being careful that you don't slip back into, you know, doubtful energy again. All right, if that's the way that you've been feeling, like doubtful. Don't slip, because you have all of the power, and believe me, the elites already know that. They don't want you to know it though. They want you all fighting with each other. They want you all sticking up for a belief you didn't even know was a bad one. They want you to suddenly say, oh, I've been really oppressed. I've been treated really badly here, so now I'm going to fight against it. They want you to fight. They want you to get annoyed about something that you were living quite happily doing yourself anyway, and loving life and loving your partner, whether it's same sex or not. You didn't have a problem with anything. Do you know what I mean? And we have to look at these things as what really matters is what's going to be left of this planet. If everybody is, well, you know, an eye for an eye and the whole world goes blind, right? I don't think you're going to have to worry for much longer though. And I know it's been a very, very stressful time when you know things are changing behind the scenes, but you're waiting for it to be seen in front of everybody so you can say, see, I bloody told you. Sit down and listen to this now. It's on the news, so it must be correct, right? I mean, we all want to show people that don't believe, or people that are, you know, still in the fear modality. We want to show them, hey, there's something going on here. This is why this whole thing has been taking place. And we want to show them that. And believe me, you're going to get a chance to do just that. But in the meantime, the energy I'm getting from this reading is that we've got to really adjust. When something comes in that is meant to annoy us, something is coming in that is meant to try to destroy us, when there's strange weather anomalies and things happening and people are freaking out, that we remain tough. They can't get you. Okay, so even the worst person on this planet that is focused on mind control cannot control a mind that will not allow itself to be controlled. People who have Asperger's or autism are left alone by these freaks. Why? Because they can't break him. Because that person has already learned how to disassociate their brain from reality already. So they've already got the upper hand. Special children are being born everywhere. Why do you think that is? They've got a lot to teach us. Okay, so let's keep going on this now. So justice is coming in. You see, this is, wow, a lot of change over the next 7 months. Actually, I need to do 2 more cards. What else do we need to know? There we go. Okay, there's a change. I am telling you. We are, our happiness is when we're feeling settled and secure, right? So it's very hard. Like, I know that there are a lot of people that can maintain a high vibration even if they're living on the street. Congratulations. But it is a lot easier if things are going smoothly, isn't it? When things are going smoothly in your life, are you worried about anything or concerned? Well, you may have these little ones, but things are going well, so that's out the window. I feel like there is going to be such a change and such an adjustment and such a shock to us all in a good way. Like, we're going to feel so relieved. Like, some of you are going to be partying for a week, right? With all of these changes that are going to be taking place. But at the same time, it's going to be annoying and upsetting just how long we've had blinkers on. Or we didn't believe that that person could be an evil person. Or we didn't believe that, You know, once you had a lot of money, you were paying people off to keep quiet. That we didn't believe that that would be the case, because that's not what we would do. But you've got to understand that most of these people that are in the world today, that are very, very wealthy and very connected, are so for a reason. Right? What is the reason? Because they are paid to keep things quiet from the public. They have to do certain things in order to get a lot of money. Things that the normal, everyday, average person wouldn't be able to do. And the reason they're able to do it is because they've been mind controlled in the most heinous way that you can imagine. And so they'll do anything that they're told to do. That is all coming out as well. We, as humanity, if we focus our intentions in the right way, we'll end up seeing a change in how things are run, governed, and who's the boss in many different ways. It's going to change hands. It's going to change over. And it's going to change over not because of corruption or someone stealing something or anything like that. It's going to fall apart and change because of the corruption of big companies, big governments, big leaderships, big tech, from every angle that makes a lot of money. Follow the money. See who makes a lot of money from getting you to be unstable. Who keeps you on tablets? Who keeps you coming back? Who keeps you unwell? When you have a crisis, what do? This is changing. This is changing not because of like I said, not because someone's going to prove it to you, but because they're going to prove it to you. It's going to be out in the open. Okay, what else here? See? And we are compensated. Look, the scales of justice, the fish coming out of the water. The energy is changing here. We are given reprieve, abundance, consolidation, change, gifts, charity, help, assistance. We are guided correctly and with someone that has justice in mind. We are given power back to ourselves. Then we become the rulers of our own kingdoms, of our own lives. That we also get help along the way because we deserve it. And oh my God, the Jubilee, the fun, it's not about, I know people have been talking about Jasara and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't even want to look at that energy because I feel like we can start focusing on something and then get lost in it, if you know what I'm saying. I believe that we have to change the way we think and then we will change what we see in front of us. That's what we have to do. And it will be made a lot easier without all of these outside stresses that we've had to be dealing with. This is what will make it easier. See, underneath, we don't even know. The sixes are coming up here, right? So we don't even, this is something that we are destined to have. Our past is showing these things to us. Go back to your memories of the past and how you felt about certain things. What did it feel like when you first come into your spirituality? What did it feel like when the light finally went on for you and you finally understood and things finally was like, oh my God, this is what she's talking about. This is all making sense to me now. What did you do then? How did you feel? Because you need to feel like that all of the time, because all of the time we are making progress. As much as they want you to believe that we are not, please understand that we are. That you jump into your destiny, that you start to wake up to the events of the truth of humanity, the truth of our history, our horrible history, let's just put it. And you make a difference inside of yourself rather than trying to make everybody listen to your point of view out there in the world. And if you do want people to listen to your point of view, make a YouTube channel. Get your page up and going. And you can have a platform to have your voice. It's awesome. Right? So things are coming in. It's coming in. Now, hang on a minute. We're going to do something real quick here. Okay. All right. Okay. In 3 cards, sum up what's coming up in the very near future for everyone who is listening. Okay. Balance. Strength. Oh my God, look at this. Are you seeing this? And we begin again, okay? We get balance, we get strength from when we least expect it, and we're able to move ahead underneath the deck, okay? That's underneath the deck, and this is on top. Okay, we are happily celebrating in our home. It's going to be party time. It's going to be party time here. Now, by Christmas, whole new energy. By January, like I said, I'll be doing my New Year reading. You'll be able to get 12-month forecasts from me. I will probably advertise those coming up here in November. If you're a patron, remember, you're going to have discounts all year. You don't have to wait for a sale as well. So I'll let you know when those are going to begin. But let me tell you that this is summing up everything. That the fact that there's a crow on top of this lion here, the fact that I have just been talking about my lion key today, the fact that the affinity signs and the 8s are coming up, the fact that the justice card continued to come up, the fact that we have these flowers and this energy of giving and receiving coming up, the fact that we continue to get the Fool card come up in different ways as well. This beginning. The fact that we have the birds in many of the cards we've seen today with their arms flying. You know, the fact that we've seen the coins coming towards us, and this looking into our future, and this card looking into our future. The fact that we've had all of these cards that are showing us where we've been confused in the past, and how we're not going to be very confused. We're actually very strong coming up into our future. It tells you basically all that you need to know. That we have to really grasp our spiritual self, our higher self, our spiritual light team, ground and connect, a triple shield of protection. Place me in an abundant shield of light. Connect me to the center of the earth and the center of the universe. Allow for information to flow up and down through this channel that is mine alone, and it's governed by the archangels who won't let anything negative get in there. Because as a sovereign being of light, I declare what I want and what I don't want. As a sovereign being of light, I have power and dominion over darkness. I do. And they know it. If you know your spirituality, and if you know your sovereignty, and if you know you are special, that you're a being of light here on the planet, believe me, the demons know it as well. And they may be agitated, and they may be annoyed, and they may try to come at you, but nothing can harm you unless you believe it will. Nothing is going to happen unless you feel it will. Nothing is going to ever be able to block you from your abundance, from your life of choice, from your house that you want, from the life that you want, unless you believe that you are blocked. And if you feel like you've had curses on you, don't accept it. That is not your reality anymore. Have a clearing. Do something about it. Don't do all these spells and this stupid shit that is just crap For, you know, I see so many people ask me for a spell. I can't get over that. I'm not going to do a spell for you. I'm going to help you to clear yourself. But I am not going to do some kind of magic voodoo spell for you. And all of a sudden, you know, nothing works. Because you're not claiming your sovereignty. This is powerful stuff. What you have in your hands right now is absolutely powerful. And you need to start embracing it and using it. Because the more people that are, the quicker we're out of all of this shit and onto a new way of living. Now, let's do some Lenormand cards. All right. We're going to use the Celtic Lenormand today, because we can. Right. Didn't need much clearing because I've done these. But Lenormand courses, cartomancy, these are all coming later, oracle cards, etc. But the most important thing for you to be learning right now is how to actually heal yourself so you can move forward. And I'm going to be manifesting that this video finally reaches the four corners of the earth. Things start finally happening. Thanks for the confirmation. Did you hear that ding? Okay. All right, so Lenormand cards. What are you trying to tell me? What do we need to know? We're going to do this quite quickly. Okay, so this is focusing on an older person who you may be dealing with in your life right now, or just an older person in general, and some information. Okay, now in this deck, this is the Celtic Oracle, there are two of each thing. So there are two ladies and there are two gentlemen energy. Now this one came up upside down. Even though upside down doesn't really matter in Lenormand, this may be news that you are waiting on, or maybe something that you don't quite want to hear. So what's this news about? It's about the government. I'm telling you. And, okay, so by the 20th of November, around, okay, so let's just say around Thanksgiving, and we start to see some things that begin to change here. There's also an event that may be connected with, see, I think this is the same sort of message I was getting about Thanksgiving, football, Sunday, arena, announcement kind of thing. There's something around that time that we need to be aware of. What is the announcement? Okay, it's about healing and it's about new beginnings. It's a beautiful thing. It's about, yeah, spirituality. It's about knowledge. It's about family. It's about abundance. Everything's about to change, folks. We are going to be very grateful coming up here with the information that we receive, the news that we're receiving. Although not always positive on the outset, has positive repercussions for us. Oh. But there's trouble with this guy. Okay, so what's this trouble here? Okay, so there's information, okay, that has been kept. And this information has had a lot to do with our health and our healing. And people have known about this information, and they've chosen to ignore it or not tell us. This is why this book has come. This could also be a legal fight. This could also be something that could cause arguments because of the nature of the information. And it can be coming directly to your home. I want to make sure my cards are not upside down all the way through. No, just those cards. Okay. And it may also involve religion on the whole, because we know, I mean, pretty dark. Religion is very controlling and very damning to other people, and also very demonic. All they talk about is the devil. All they talk about is demonic work. All they talk about is what the Bible says, but they don't follow everything that the Bible says, only bits and pieces of it. So I love Jesus. I love God. I love the angels. I love Mother Mary. I'm allowed to talk to them without having to read my Bible. I'm allowed to connect with that beautiful energy of the truth of who they were without the corruption of that book. So when people start to figure out what's really been going on, not just in the Catholic Church, as everyone likes to point fingers at the Vatican, etc., it goes across the board. Anything organized, you know, Joel Osteen, who else? What's his name? It is written, oh God, what was his name? Mueller? And what's the other guy's name? Billy Graham? Truth's coming out, everybody. And it's going to set us free. Now, see, by this full moon here, okay, there is a shift here. Successful shift. The cloud is lifted. So no longer are we under this fog. Okay. We start to figure out who the foxes are. We get the information about it. I saw that card flipped over. And it enables us to be able to change course. Whatever that means for you. The fox is found out anyway. There's more than one fox. It's just an analogy for a group of people that are trying to hide things. They think they're clever. Yikes. Okay, here comes the next direction in our life. Because of the change, the transformation here, the sun begins to shine and good luck is pouring over the people. Now, we want to see this sunshine come out in our Lenormand cards. We want to see the good luck and the information start to come forward also. And that's exactly what's taking place. Our hearts are going to be happy, like full. Some of you are finding divine love, like true love. Very lucky finds here. Finding something of value for you. Some of you are finding the ideal location. See, this partnership energy is coming up. And look, the snake has been a part of these readings for a long time, showing you to be aware. And this is someone who is pretending to be a friend of yours, connected with you somehow, or someone who believes that they are, someone who believes that they are have your best interests at heart, but really have their own interests at heart. The energy also from your ancestors is powerfully strong, right? And some of you are going to receive messages from overseas. Perhaps we all will. There may be some anxiety going on here. However, we find our way through these blockages into a place where, see, we're moving fast into our abundance. Now, this is coming. So the first of the month is here, okay? The 1st of the month. The 7th of the month is important, okay? The 21st, the 12th, the 8th, of course, is going to be really important, right? But we're finding that our abundance comes in quickly. If you can see, this guy is moving quickly and he's moving into our future. And so a couple of these cards have got doubles, right? Showing you the intensity of the energy, right? So let's just look again. Okay, final message, everybody, and then I'll let you go. Got more readings to do for coming up as it gets closer. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, focusing some time for yourself. And if I don't see you on Halloween, okay, happy Halloween, everybody. And I hope to see you during the courses. Don't know. Depends how BB goes. My mind is occupied on her. Okay. And helping her to heal. Oh, yikes. Okay, we're going to have to do these. The news about an ending. Bang. There it is. I'm going to just roll them over, which is going to bring us into stability and into health. And for people in the Northern Hemisphere, when you start seeing a lot of snow, okay, here comes the energy of the friend who you believe is stable with you. Now, I've been getting a lot of loyalty cards, so this could be just that. And moving into these choices here. You're going to make a choice because of the power, the position, the institutions. And again, it's showing us by harvest time, by Thanksgiving, we see a different thing going on. We are happy, we are eating, we are having fun, we are, you know, I know I'm going to eat all the time, but it's it's more like, you know, party time. Appreciation, feeling happy. Yeah, because we've finally got the key that, oh, there's the key right here. That is going to open up our destiny and our good luck. It's just right in front of us, everybody. Like, you can't make these cards up. They're there in front of you. Be very careful. I do want to point out to you, like, if you see a reading, right, and the person is like got all their cards like this, and then they've got them all laid over like that, right, and they're like, oh my God, you've got to see this reading, like, look at this, and the cards are already out. Okay, be very cautious, because the person sat there figuring out the reading. That is not fair. You've got to do it all on camera. The only thing that you'll see me do is something like this. When I'm doing my 1-minute videos, right, is I'll go like this. And I'll spread them out and I'll choose from there. The only time you will see cards on the table already is if I'm doing a second part. So we've already seen the first part. Here's the second part. I leave the cards out so people know what the hell's going on. But we've already done the first part where those cards were revealed. It's not, I'm not hiding anything. So just be careful. I see that happen a lot on TikTok, for example. Oh my God, guys, you've got to see this reading. And it's like, yeah, it's something that you figured out for the last 40 minutes before you turned record on, you know. It's not cool because it makes us look like idiots. All of the way in which readings are done and things like that are also changing as well, because people being tired of it. People being tired of being people like that. Let's just put it that way. It's funny though, I've tested you all a few times, and you all go for the readings that are a little bit more like, ooh, someone's jealous of you. Ooh, someone's been talking about you, or stuff like that. You guys all go for it. It's funny to me. I'm like, see this title? See the title on this reading? Everyone's going to read it. And yep, you all do. You want to know who's jealous of you? If someone's jealous of me, they are wasting their energy. I really don't like that. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off with these Kipper cards. Okay, little different than Lenormand, but let's get an idea of what's happening. See, who's the false person? That was one of the readings the other day. This came out straight away. So who's this? Okay, someone that you receive a message from pretty soon. Or someone who is sending a message of concern in some way. As it says here, may not be all that they seem. So, okay, tell us more about this person. Could be masculine or feminine. Okay, someone who claims poverty. Like they're always saying that they are, they don't have, they can't give, but you're always helping them. And I have a few people like that where, they always tell me they don't have any money, but then there's a dire straits situation and I'm the first person they're trying to help. You may be that sort of person as well where, someone is, they could pay you or they could help you in some way or give something in return, but they don't. But the energy here, okay, so we have someone who is false, that is claiming poverty or in a place of loss right now, and they're sending you a message of concern. The adjudication could just be an official letter that you receive. Or this could literally be a court case regarding a child or a custody matter, or something that is bringing a new beginning, and as it says here, high honors into your life, right? Okay, so let's see a little bit more. Okay, imprisonment. See, this is this message of, so, okay, someone is telling you that they are in some trouble. The marriage card is upside down. So, to me, what this is sort of speaking about is this particular situation here, where for some of you, there is a child involved in a marriage. Maybe your children, it doesn't have to be little children. They could be grown children that are going to get themselves in trouble here, or are feeling stuck in their situation and are calling on you to help. But it may be that you're not exactly talking to the other parent. So it's kind of hard to know exactly what's going on. Now, this is just for some people. For other people, this could also mean that this new beginning that comes may make you feel like you have to be separate from people that you care about, or that you're going to be trapped into something. So if I take the job, it means that I'm going to be, it's a new beginning, but I'm going to be having to travel for work. Or it's a new beginning, but you may not see me because I'm going to be working my ass off, Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's an anxiety around it. So let's find out a little bit more. Privileged lady. Official person. Okay, so there's imprisonment of a connection with someone who has a lot. And this is an official situation. This could also be worldwide. There is already a person who's been imprisoned that is a privileged person. The Maxwell lady. There's one. Okay, let's just keep going and see if we can figure this out. For everybody, please, Kipper cards. Wealthy man. Okay. So for some of you, okay, the main person in your life, or you, if you're a masculine, okay, you may actually be approached officially about a situation that is going to benefit you on the whole. This may be, again, I keep getting this feeling that we have to expect the unexpected. It's not going to be what we first think. Whatever starts to come through for us, right? It's not going to be, oh, okay, this person's going to give me an inheritance or something. It's not. Hey, it's if you're a couple, this is connected with both of you. Hang on a minute. Yep, people who are loving, or these two connected as a couple, or a masculine feminine, even a masculine feminine, it doesn't really matter. There's love here. There's love and connection. Now, when the Lovers card comes up in the Kipper, it's talking about, for most people, they'd be like, oh, they love each other. Oh, there's something going on. No, it's more about the vibration of love itself and having love around you. Okay? This is a support energy that I'm getting from this card. Oh my God. It's going to involve the community. See, and this comes from someone's ailing health also. Okay, let me put that over here. What's this bad health got to do with? Journey and a gift. Okay, so perhaps, you know, you're just hearing about this situation of someone being unwell. Maybe it's in the news. Maybe it's at a distance from you. Maybe you personally will be traveling to see someone who has been unwell, or your family members are unwell, or you're just hearing this news. However, it's not that bad because you have this beautiful sparkling energy of the gift here. This may not even be related to your family. I'm just trying to give different scenarios, right? Okay. Energy of despair. So what's this energy of despair? Because of the new pathway. The change. Okay, there's a change coming. Definitely a change coming in that we may not all love, right? Or you're fearing the worst about a situation and you've got to try to get yourself out of that, because it's definitely trying to show you that, look, a mature male and a mature female is here. It's definitely trying to tell you not to worry about anything, that some things have to take a course of action. Some people, this may be your parents that are unwell, or, you know, this is something that you're dealing with yourself. You may already be dealing with or have dealt with your ailing parents. Okay, my husband and I both have. There's a house energy here, so there's a change in the house energy. Well, some of you are going to go through concern, right, because of these change. Whoa. But there's the sudden wealth card. There's the courtship card. Now that can just mean, I mean, these are old-fashioned cards, right? So again, this can just be the vibration of caring people. People who care about you. Sudden wealth coming in. Into your family room. Look, I'm telling you. Can you get over it? Right? I'm using the whole deck here. We're having an expectation, and so we should. People are having you in their thoughts. You know, you are in someone's thoughts. They may send you a message. I would love that. See, the courthouse is upside down, so that really doesn't matter. There is a thief energy here. Of course, this is coming from it. This is far away from you. Thief. Unexpected income. I'm going to just roll these over. Oh my God. Look. What's the final card? It's a death as well, an ending, but it's like, this is not in front of us. This is not in front of us right now. Everything is transforming in our lives. Every bit of work that you've done so far is leading you up to your destiny. The destiny of the world relies on the thoughts of the people, the actions of the people. Are we going to stay divided, or we're just going to let bygones be, let people do whatever the hell they want to do and just move forward. Let the past stay in the past. Everybody's done wrong on every side of the equation. Let it all go. But those people who have knowingly tried to destroy human lives and in fact succeeded with multiple millions of people across the globe and tore families apart and kept things away from us and made things even harder at the hardest times going on, and then they make it even harder because of the greed. Those things have got to come to a stop, whether we like it or not. Like whether it's something we want to see or not, whether it's something we believe or not, it's still going to be here anyway. On both sides of the scale, Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter, independent, I don't care. They're all corrupt in some way or another, and it all has to come down. But it has to start with the people deciding what to do. Like, what are you going to put up with? For how much more? Because it'll get to a point where, I mean, it's not going to happen, but where it's too late. You know? I just, all I can see is a win-win situation going on here. No matter what anyone tries to do, they've already tried and they've failed. Cockroaches are kicking their feet up in the air. It's getting much slower now, the movement. You may have felt there was a quiet happening, all for a reason. So everyone, we have a lot to look forward to, okay? I really hope to see you studying at your own pace, at your own time, in your pajamas, and connecting in when you can. Sending many, many blessings to you all. Lots of love. See you real soon. Bye.